and it does say accepted, but actually this is not a correct solution. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This channel, Aware Science, is all about trying to learn various concepts of data science by practicing a lot of questions. In this video, we are going to solve this question on Leetcode regarding customers with strictly increasing purchases. The difficulty level of this question is hard, and I'm going to share the SQL schema as well as the Panda schema in the description box below. Okay, the question reads: we are given a table called orders with 4 different columns: order ID, customer ID, order date, and price. Order ID is the column with unique values for this table. Each row contains the ID of an order, the ID of a customer that ordered it, the date of the order, and its price. Okay. We are asked to write a solution to report the IDs of the customers with the total purchases strictly increasing yearly. The total purchases of a customer in 1 year is the sum of prices of their orders in that year. If for some year the customer did not make any order, we consider the total purchases as zero. Okay. The first year to consider for each customer is the year of their first order. The last year to consider for each customer is the year of their last order. Okay, order of the result does not matter. Let's go to this example. So here we have 3 different customers, customer ID 1, 2 and 3, and various order dates as well as the price. If we look at customer ID 1, so in 2019 the total value is 2300. In 2020, 3000. In 2021, you have 3100, and in 2022, you have 4700. So obviously for customer ID 1, in every 4 years between 2019 and 2022, the total orders is increasing strictly. So 1 should be in the output. If you look at 2, so you have orders from 2015 and 2017, but you do not have anything in 2016. So the in 2016 for customer ID 2 is 0. So obviously it is not increased. So 700, it goes to 0 and then increases to 1000. So 2 should not be in the output. 3 again should not be in the output because it is not strictly increasing. It should not be equal. It should be strictly increasing. So only customer ID 1 should be in the output, and that is what we have. So first thing that we need to do is, since you can have multiple order dates etc. in a particular year, first thing we should do is group by the customer ID and extract the year part, group by that as well, and perform a sum of the price column to say that yes, a particular customer in a particular year had a total purchase of something. So what we are doing is, from this table called orders, let us group by the customer ID column as well as extract the year out of order date, and then let us return the customer ID as well as the year part of the order date. Let us alias this as YR year, and then perform a sum of the price column, and let's alias this as total. So this is basically total purchases. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So if we look at this, we have for every customer ID and year, what is the total purchases. Now once we have this, what we basically need to find is, firstly, whether these years are all the years that we want. So for customer ID 1, so the least year is 2019 and maximum year is 2022. So there are 4 years, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So firstly you need to make sure, because if you look at customer ID 2, least is 2015, maximum is 2017, but there is nothing in 2016, right? So you need to make sure that all those years are included. You can try to find for every customer ID what is the minimum year, what is the maximum year, subtract maximum and minimum and plus 1. So 2022 minus 2019 is 3. If you do plus 1, that is 4. So there are 4 total years for customer ID 1. Similarly for 2, you will be having 2 plus 1, 3 and so on. So what we are basically doing is, let us try to find out the maximum part. So maximum of the year column, but remember this is the alias that we created. That is, what is year? Basically this is year of the order date. So get me the maximum of the year of the order date over, so we need this for every customer ID. So over partition by the customer ID column, and then what we are basically doing is subtract the minimum of the year of order date over partition by the customer ID. So you do the maximum minus minimum and you do plus 1 at the end, and let's alias this as number of Yes, let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now if you look at it, you have for customer ID 1, there are 4 years, right? 2019, 2020, 21, 22. And then for 2, there are 3 years, 2015, 2016, and 2017. Even purchase in 2016 is 0, right? Similarly for 3. Once we have this, then what we need to do is we need to find, firstly, we have all the years that we want for a particular customer ID. And secondly, the total is increasing strictly. So how can we do that? We can do that by using two ranks. Firstly, let us rank years in increasing order so that the maximum year gets the biggest rank. Similarly, you can do that for total, and then we can move ahead from there. So what we are doing is here only let us try to rank. Now we can use row number, rank, dense rank, but if you think about it, actually since you grouped by the year of the order date, it is going to be unique, but total can be same for various years, just like you see here, right? So if you use row number, so that is not going to be the correct one. So either you can use rank or dense rank, but just for simplicity purposes, I always use dense rank. So let me do dense rank and then over, firstly we are ranking the years, right? So over partition by the customer ID order by the year is basically year of order date in ascending order, and let's alias this as rank of the year. Similarly, what we can do is dense rank of total. Let me go ahead and run this. Let's see what do we get in our output. So now if we look at it, basically, let me just drag it to the left. What do you have right now? So you have for every customer ID, what is the total number of years between the least and the maximum? Because why we are doing this, let's look at it, right? So here it says the first year to consider is the first order, last year to consider is the last order. So you also have to consider years in between the first and the last order, right? So that is why we have the number of years column. Then we ranked the year column least to most. Similarly, we did the same for total. Now, once we have this, then what you can do is let us save this entire thing in a common table expression. So with CTE as parentheses. And now what we are basically doing is from this common table expression, let us try to build a logic. How can we get the customer IDs correctly? There is a trap here. What? That here, if you look at it, right? If you look at it clearly, you can think that okay, if I do keep only those rows where number of years is equal to the rank year and rank year is equal to rank total, that means that firstly there are the total number. For example, if you look at customer ID 1, so for number of years is 4 between the minimum and the maximum, and then if the rank of the year is also 4, that means you have the maximum one assigned as the biggest rank, and then you have the rank of the total, that means the biggest rank is assigned to total as well. But if you look at for customer ID 2, that is not the case, because here you have 3 years but the rank is assigned only to 2, that means you have a year skipped in this, so this will not satisfy that condition. Similarly, if you look at this customer ID 3, so you have 2 years, 2 years are satisfied, 2017 and 18, but it is not strictly increasing, so the rank is only 1 because we are using a dense rank and there is a tie. So you might be thinking, if we do that, it is going to accept, right? Let us do that and see what the flaw in that particular logic is. So our logic currently, which is not correct, but let us try to do that, is let's keep only those rows where number of years is equal to rank of the year. And can you tell me why it is not working? And rank of the year is equal to rank of the total. Let us just keep only those rows. So only one row satisfies that for customer ID 1, right? So if you look at it, only one row satisfies that. So if I just return the customer ID here, I think it should be accepted. And it does say accepted, but actually this is not a correct solution. If I go ahead and submit this, it is not going to pass all the test cases. Just see here, right? If we look at this, right, so you have 1, 6 and 7 in the output, but 1 should not be in the output. Let me tell you what the problem is. Okay, look at this example. So you have customer ID 1 here and you have 2019, 2020 and 2021. You have 3 different rows. Okay, this is the purchases. Okay, now if you look at this, for 2019, obviously for the year rank, what are you going to have? Year rank is equal to 1 for 2022, and then 20. I have not listed ranks here because, like, since you are grouping by 2021, you are going to have basically one row. I'm just here, demonstrating you the problem here. So 2021, it is going to be 3, right? Similarly, if you look at the total one, so for 2019 it is 1700, but 2020 it is 1500. So since we are ordering by in increasing manner, so this is going to have rank 1, rank 2, and this entire thing summed up is going to have rank 3. Now, what is the total number of years between 2019 and 2021? 3. So just as I said for 2021, so let me just have that as well. So this is going to be 3, and then this is going to be 3 as well. So number of years is 3, right? What you are doing, number of years is equal to 3, rank of the year is equal to 3, and then 3 is also equal to the rank of the total, that is 3. So here, that is why 1 is coming in your output. But if you look at it, is it increasing strictly for every year? No. For 2019 to 2020, it is decreasing. But our logic fails here, right? So that is why it is not passing all the test cases. So we need to be clever about this. So what we can do is, let me just, remove this part, and then let us just return all the columns that we initially had, remove all this, right? And let's see what we initially had and what the correct logic should be. So if we look at this, our output, let me just drag it above and to the left. So this is what we had. Then what we can basically do is, let us group by the customer ID and then count, but count in a different manner. So here, if you see that if your rank of the year is equal to rank of the total, assign 1, else you assign 0, and then perform a sum. So what I'm doing is, from this, let us group by the customer ID and keep only those having sum of case when your rank year is equal to rank of the total, then assign 1, else assign 0, end the case when statement, and since you performed a sum, this should be equal to, you need to take the number of years. But since you have grouped by the customer ID, if you directly take number of years, it won't work. So you need to, because in having, you need to have an aggregation part. So either you have sum, minimum, maximum, etc. So even if you do minimum for a particular customer ID or a maximum of this, it is going to remain the same. So let us just do max of the number of years. Let me just drag it to the left more. Okay, so this is how the solution right now looks like, and we need to change this to a customer ID. But let me just tell you what is happening behind the scenes for this. So here, if you just look at this example, so we have grouped by the customer ID. So customer ID, and then we are doing rank year is equal to rank total, then 1, else 0. Rank year equal to rank total, yes, 1, 1, 1, 1. So sum this entire thing, you have 4. 4 is equal to max equal to 4, right? That is why 1 is kept. Similarly, if you look at this, is this equal? Yes, 1, 1, 2, but 2 is not equal to 3. So not kept. Similarly, this is equal, so 1, but this is 0. So total is 1 is not equal to 2. So here it is satisfied. Also, in the case that we just described above, where 1 was incorrectly being populated, there also we saw that year equal to 2019 was getting rank 1, but it was a rank 2 for the total price. So there also you are not going to have this equal to this, and that is why 1 is not going to be populated in that case. So then now this is going to pass all the test cases. Let me go ahead and submit it to see if pass all the test cases. So yeah, this is accepted, and this is how to do it. So very tricky and hard question. What we basically had to do in this question is, firstly, what we did was we grouped by the customer ID and year of the order date to get the customer ID and the year and the total sum of the price. Then what we did was we found out how many total number of years are between the minimum and the maximum of a particular customer ID order date. Then we also ranked the year as well as the total in ascending order. Why? Because this was important for us to develop our logic. Once we had all those columns, what we did was we grouped by the customer ID and performed a count. So this is basically not sum, this is a count. We counted that whenever your rank is equal to rank total, then 1 else 0. And if the entire thing comes out to be the maximum number of years, that means firstly, all the years are present. Secondly, the total increases every year strictly. So yeah, this is how we do it. Let me know if there is a better, more efficient solution to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.